welcome back to another episode of the Natty Teacher. I'm, of course, your host, the Natty Teacher. And today, on the docket, I'm about to make a name for myself here now. Gambit. It's a Gambit reference from Deadpool and Wolverine. I still have yet to see that movie, but I definitely will, for sure. I'm a big Deadpool guy. So, anyways, on the docket today, we got our Pole B session. One of my favorite workouts of the week. It is, again, as we get into the second half of the week, I don't want to say these are the easier of the workouts. I would say they are the less physically taxing. And then, of course, then tomorrow happens. We got hamstrings and glutes. It's, right back to being really physically taxing. Systemically fatiguing, as the science community may say. Yeah, very much so a lat bias pull workout. So pretty much all of our back exercises today will be focused on honing in onto different parts of the lats for the most part. Of course, some other muscle groups will be involved there. Then we'll have some rear delts and some biceps. And then we do have a little bit of calf work today. And then today's schedule is a little bit different. So I'll be going right from my actual workout right into cardio today, just because I have my open house this evening, so I'll actually be at work from like 12 to 7. It's about just after 8:30 right now. So we're going to kind of just do it all in one foul swoop, and then head home, eat, shower, and head into work. So that is the plan. Stan, yes. So, anyhoozle, yeah, man, it is a freaking chilly one here in Michigan. I'll tell you, it is consistently been in like the 50 degree, like in the 50s, I should say, in the mornings here. Chilly, man. It's nice because it keeps my grass a little bit shorter, so my grass grows a little bit slower right now. So then this weekend I'll have a nice, easy trim, because it just won't have grown as much. When it's consistently in like the 70s and, things are, not as cold and, nice and warm and moist and whatever. It's a, breeding ground for grass to grow. But right now, it's pretty slow because it is chilly out there. So, yeah. For our first exercise on the docket, I usually start, unless I want to throw in something extra, but today I don't think there will be a need to do that. We'll have some neutral grip assisted pull-ups. Again, really trying to focus on keeping that chest big, head and chest up, and driving those elbows through the lats. So pretty simple process there. But yeah, so top set of those neutral grip assisted pull-ups coming at you right about now. As promised, we got a assisted neutral grip pull-up on the docket to get us started out. What we're trying to do here, guys, is keep that head and chest up, pointed towards the ceiling, at least for the most part. Doesn't have to be anything like super arched back. Find something that's comfortable for you, to where you can drive those elbows down and through the lats, and you can feel that back firing, okay? We did 2 working sets here. I would highly recommend keeping a pull-up exercise within that like 8 to 15, 8 to 20 rep range. I'd find that works really well for me. If you start going above that, I feel like you're going to start to fatigue other body parts a little too much. I mean, your biceps are probably going to be absolutely pumped as hell, and having to grip on with your forearms, you're just going to fatigue yourself a lot if you're doing like a set of 30. But at the same time, you want to make sure that you're not doing sets of 2 or 3, at least on a consistent basis. I feel like that's a little low for pull-ups. So usually I keep mine in that 10 to 12, 10 to 15 rep range. Seems to work really well. So we're only using about 20 pounds of assistance here as well, so that's cool. So making improvements again, and really moving forward. I will say the only change I made on my second set, this was my first set, is I did slide my knees a little bit further back on the pad. Then a lat pull down. The second set, I wish I should have recorded my second one. My second set I felt like was even better than this one. This is good. We did add 10 pounds from last week because we had a set of like 16 total, where it was 13 to the chest and then 3 to the chin. Today, I wanted to get that closer to like 8 to 10, and that's exactly where we were at. We had a top set of 10, and then did 3 additional reps to the chin. And then my second set, I was kind of like, okay, we'll try to at least hit like 8 and then another 2 to 3 to the chin, but ended up hitting 10 to the chest and then 3 to the chin. So it felt really good. Felt nice and strong. Again, make sure that you are really getting as many reps to the chest as you possibly can before you start to do any additional reps to the chin. okay? You're limiting yourself. You're limiting the range of motion, and in turn, you're limiting muscular development if you're only pulling every single rep down to the chin, okay? So those last couple, just to get that last little bit of juice out where you don't quite have enough to pull it all the way to the chest, bring those down to the chin, that's fine. But your actual main, set, let's say you want to get 10, make sure those 10 are touching the chest, are dang close. That is something that I've definitely found has helped me increase, my back for sure, particularly the lats here, okay? So 2 sets there, again, both for 10 and then 3 additional reps to the chin. Then, supinated grip, 1 arm lat pull downs here. We have the pulley at the very top of the cable stack here, added 10 pounds from last week, and was able to, I believe we hit a top set of 11 or 12 here, and then a back off set of like 10 or 11. So we kept both sets within that 10 to 12 rep range, which is exactly where we wanted to be. Felt really good. This is not a filter. I just did not lock in very well here. It did not, it's blurry. So it did not focus in on me. So I apologize for kind of the blurriness here. You'll see the stark contrast to that on the next exercise. But again, I would keep this in that 8 to 12, 8 to 15 rep range. Really get that nice squeeze at the bottom, and really get as much as you can here. I'm trying to go for another couple here, and I think I got one more decent one here. Yeah, halfway decent, and then tried to, I think maybe squeeze out one more, but it wasn't. Yeah, I didn't get that one, so that's okay though. Then seated cable row. So usually I would do a 1-arm lat row on a machine, but I wanted to just try for like the sake of getting a better range of motion here. I really like this one. I think I'm going to keep this in. So essentially we're putting this pulley, I know the cable tower we have at my gym goes 1 through 18. So this was at 6. So you could, let's say that's right about a third of the way up the cable tower itself. That's where I put the pulley. So you can see that it is essentially lined up right with like my elbow. So it was perfect. So I was just driving that elbow through the lat, getting a nice hard squeeze. We did 2 working sets, again, keeping them within that 10 to 12 rep range. That seems to be a good sweet spot for these 1-arm exercises for me. And we went from there. So it felt really good. Got a nice little lat pump with this one. Did turn the torso a little bit too much on those last couple, but that is okay. Then this is one that sorry, I got a text just popped up. This is one that I have never done before. I have seen people do this and variations of this before, but this one was really good. This was actually my 3rd set. So at this point, my 1st set, I felt most of the way locked in, but then my 2nd and 3rd sets actually felt really, really good, and I felt like I could connect with the rear delts here. So it's just a 1-arm cuffed high to low rear delt fly or extension. I don't know what you want to call that, I guess I would call it a rear delt fly. But it felt really, really good. Got a sweet, sweet pump in the rear delts, really allowing that hand to come in front of the face. I was doing my 1st set where I was actually stretching it way across my face, and that I feel like actually took tension off the rear delts. So stopping like right in front of my face seemed to work really good. We ended up doing 3 sets here, not using a ton of weight. We were using like 30 pounds. We did 3 sets of 13 reps a hand for that. Then went on to some 1-arm cable hammer curls. Has slowly but surely become, or I should say, I'm gonna flip that, has quickly become one of my favorite cable curling variations here. So what we're doing is we're putting the pulley, I put this on like the 4th hole from the bottom. So you can see I can get a nice full extension, but I'm not having it have to drag all the way to the floor, so I can really keep tension on the muscle really well. I don't use any kind of handle or anything like that for this one. I just grab onto the actual bulb at the end of the pulley. We did 3 sets. I kept this one within that like 8 to 10 rep range, I believe. Yeah, 3 sets. Top set was 10, and then 2 sets of 8 as well. Using about 65 pounds here. So a little body English here and there, but nothing super, super crazy. Really try to control this to the best of your ability. Then we have some 1-arm cable curls with, the palms facing the ceiling. So essentially just a regular curl here. Felt really good. Again, did increase the weight a little bit on this one as well, or kept that weight up a little bit. And we are really trying to, and I did on the last couple reps, so you'll be able to see the difference between these first few and the last like 1 or 2. Really trying to keep that elbow behind the body and allowing it to come forward ever so slightly when we curl the weight up. But for the most part, making sure we're getting that full stretch, and then, keeping that elbow for the most part locked into the side of the body as hard as we possibly can. This one I kept in the 6 to 8 or 6 to 10 rep range as well. So felt really good, felt really strong. Here's the outro.
Pull B
session complete. Great stuff, man. Awesome stuff. Lats are blasted. Biceps are fried. Show. Love all the cable work I get to do in this one. I mean, it's when I say get to, it's because I designed it, of course. So I feel privileged. It's not all the work I have to do. Nah, kidding? It's all the work I get to do, man. It's awesome. It's awesome stuff. I had a blast, man. It was a great workout. Again, it's one of my favorites. It really is. I feel like I just lock in really well. Tomorrow's kind of the same way with hamstrings and glutes, just based on the exercise selection. I feel like it's just very, I feel like I'm very in tune with the hamstrings and glutes because I feel like you have to connect so hard to take all the other, leg muscles out, other than those really two particular areas for the majority of the exercises I work tomorrow. So, anywhoozle, great stuff, man. A lot of fun. Make sure if you like that video that you drop a like and share it. Let your friends know the Natty Teacher is back in school. We got a fresh school year. We got a fresh series, this Road to Natty Pro, and we are moving, man. Progress is progressing. Density is being added. Density is getting denser. It's awesome. Awesome stuff. So performance in the gym is only increasing. Everything's just going up. I finally feel like I blasted myself really hard this first half of the week, and I finally feel like that recovery process is starting to come full circle. Got some really good nights of sleep, good food, a little extra calories here and there. Not bad, but a little extra calories here and there, and I finally feel like that recovery process is processing. So that is a plus for sure. But yeah, man. So join me tomorrow. I got a super early morning hamstring and glute workout tomorrow because I got to be home from the gym by 8 a.m. So I'll probably be up around 5 or so, and try to get as much sleep as I possibly can. Eat, hydrate, let that stuff digest a little bit, and then head out to the gym from there. So join me tomorrow for that early morning session. Make sure you guys check out my TikTok as well. I do condensed versions of all my training footage on there. So make sure you check that. It's just at the Natty Teacher as well. So same thing as the YouTube channel, but obviously no spaces, and I think all lowercase on the TikTok. So yeah, so I usually keep all my videos there within about 60 seconds. So if you're somebody who just wants to see the training footage or at least a couple reps from each set, that's a good place to find me. Same thing, give me a follow on Instagram at the Natty Teacher. Same spelling, all that, all lowercase. But yeah. Make sure if you have not subscribed already that you do. It really does help the channel, guys. It really does. And I really appreciate all my subscribers out there, man. It means a lot. So yeah, drop a subscribe. Drop any comments or feedback y'all got down below. I appreciate y'all. God bless. Have a great rest of your day wherever you at. Day, night, whatever. And yeah, crush it, man. If you're going to the gym, which hopefully you are, crush it. And don't forget to do your cardio. Do your cardio. I don't care if you're full-blown off-season or if you're in contest prep. You better be doing your cardio, man. Don't miss out on that. All right. For today, I'm the Natty Teacher, and this episode of Road to Natty Pro is finito. Out. Done. Catch y'all tomorrow.